Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, thank you for joining me today. My name is Aisha. So today I'm going to show you guys how I make my thumbnails, and I do usually do them on Photoshop, but I do know that there are a few free websites that you can use to make thumbnails and get like a similar kind of finish, effect, whatever. So yeah, today I'll give you a Photoshop tutorial, and if you guys like this kind of video, maybe I can try and do a like free editing software thumbnail tutorial, if that makes sense. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm not a Photoshop pro, I've never done a course or anything. Everything that I have learned has been from YouTube and Google. I've been like learning as I go. I've been doing a lot of like practicing on Photoshop in these past few weeks in quarantine, so I have like gotten better and better at it. And it's actually not as difficult as I thought it would be to make a thumbnail anyway. Like I don't know how to change a body shape or like features and stuff like that, but yeah, making thumbnails isn't too complicated. Obviously Photoshop is kind of expensive, but I do know you can get a monthly plan where you pay like maybe £5 a month for a subscription, and you can cancel it whenever you want. If you don't like it, you can just cancel and you won't have to pay anymore. So I mean, although it is expensive, if you think about like over a whole year, £5 a month doesn't seem too bad to me. It's like £5 to £10. I don't know exactly the price, but because I use it every single day almost, I mean, it's kind of worth it. I pay £10 for Netflix. So it's about around the same price as Netflix, I would say. I just want to show you guys how I do it. I know there are a lot of people out there much better than me. So if you do really want to learn how to use Photoshop, go on YouTube, Google, there are loads of resources. But I have had like a few people ask me how I make my thumbnails, so I thought I would just bring this tutorial to you today. So anyway, before we begin, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below and ring the notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload. And let's get into the video. Okay guys, so I am on Photoshop, and the first thing you want to do is press create new, and then you want to make a customized size. So a YouTube thumbnail is 1280 pixels wide by 720 pixels tall. So those are the presets that you want to use if you're making a thumbnail. Then you go to File, Place Embedded. And this is where you can choose your first image. So I'm choosing a photo of myself because this is going to be the main image in the photo, in the center of the photo. So I've just placed that down. And now I want to cut myself out so that you can't see the background and it's just me, basically. So you need to go on the left-hand side, you've got the tools, and you want to press that like selection tool, and in the middle brush, there are like 3 brush options at the top there. You need to click the middle one. And then basically you want to start just drawing the bits that you want to cut out from the background. So I'm just like drawing around my hair, my face, and my brushes and stuff like that. So basically Photoshop kind of recognizes it for you. The more contrast there is between your photo and its background, the easier it will be for Photoshop to recognize what you're trying to cut out. This one was a bit more difficult just because I have a lot of stuff in the back, so Photoshop can't like see what I'm trying to cut out quite as easily. So as you can see there, it's like selected the mirror in the back and the table behind my hand and stuff like that. So if you ever, what's it called? If you ever select things that you don't want to be in your image, you can deselect them by pressing down the Alt key and running your mouse over the bits that you don't want to be in the image. So yeah, I'm just deselecting the mirror, holding down the Alt key. If you ever deselect too much, just take your finger off the Alt key and then reselect bits that maybe it cut out again. I hope that makes sense. Sorry guys. And then once I'm happy with my selection, I'm going to press Control C. So this will copy just what you have selected. So Control C. And then I'm going to go to the bottom right-hand corner where there is like a little plus sign. And this is basically going to add a new layer. Photoshop is all about layers, which makes images more 3D, I think. So once I've added the new layer, press Control V, and this will paste your selection. Then click the little eye icon next to the original image, and that will hide that image for you. I also selected bits that I didn't want, so I went in with the rectangular selection tool, which is the second on the left menu. And I just selected the bits that were extra and I just pressed cut, and that cut them off out of my image. Oh gosh, I can't speak now. And then I just deleted the original layer just because I don't need it anymore and just to make it less messy. And then I'm going to right click on the layer and press blending options. And what I usually use is outer glow. So you can change the presets here. Because the background is white, you can't really see it that much. But yeah, this is what I really use. And then I also clicked drop shadow. I felt like the first one I used was too harsh, so I have another preset down the bottom. So I chose that one. Again, you can fiddle around with the opacity, the spread, the size of the shadow until you're happy with it. And basically, these are the same presets I'm going to use throughout the whole tutorial, the whole thumbnail. I also realized there was a little bit that I missed, so I just cut that out of the image because it was like a little black line. And then the first tool on the left menu, like toolbar, means you can select an image and make it bigger, rotate it, whatever. So I just moved my image into the center and made it bigger. Now to add my products, I go to Google and I just select, search whatever product I want. So the first one I'm doing is the Tati Beauty Palette. So just choose an image that you like and then right click, save image. Hopefully you guys know how to save an image. I'm sure you do. So I just saved that. And then back to Photoshop, the same as the beginning, place embedded, choose your photo, place. Okay, then the selection tool, the cutout tool, and then just select whatever you want to cut out. So I'm just cutting out the right-hand side, like the palette, not the outer packaging. This one is much easier to cut out just because the background is white and the palette is black, so Photoshop recognizes it basically straight away. Although with the white shades in the palette, like the lighter shades, sometimes it doesn't select those, so make sure you just run the mouse over it to make sure everything is selected. And then Control-C, add layer, Control-V, so I've pasted it, then just moving it to wherever I want it, like resizing it and stuff. And then again, right click. Oh wait, I first dragged it down on that layers bar, which means it goes behind me, my first image. And then right click, blending options, and again, outer glow and drop shadow, the same as the first. Okay, so that's that one. And then again, I'm going to add an image. I'm placing embedded. I've got the Kat Von D contour palette. Again, I'm going to cut it out with the cutter tool and then Control-C to copy it, new layer, Control-V to paste it, and then I just move it around. And the order of layers in your layers bar on the right-hand side is like how you will see the image. So whatever's at the top is what will be above like all the other stuff on your image. So I want to be in the center, obviously, and obviously I want you to see my face. So I make sure that my photo is always the top layer, and anything else I just drag it underneath that. So first I'm doing like the drop shadow and outer glow, and then you can see I'm gonna move it, rotate it to how I like it. This is the like the plus sign in the toolbar on the left. And then, yeah, here I'm just dragging it down, which means it will go behind me. So it went behind my hair. And then again, it's just very repetitive. I do the same thing, just add the products, like find them on Google, add them with place embedded. Then I cut them out. So cut them out, then Control-C to copy, add a new layer, Control-V in the new layer. And always, make sure to hide the previous layer by touching the eye icon next to it. So that hides the previous one and shows you just the cutout. And then you just need to Control-V to paste it. And then once you've got the new layer, just fiddle around with it, do the blending options. There are different blending options if you would like to try different ones. I use outer glow and drop shadow, as I've said 1 million times already in this tutorial. So yeah, basically it's very repetitive. So I'm just going to continue doing the exact same thing with different products. I like the background to be completely filled with products. I want to cover all the white. I don't know, to some people that might look a bit too busy, but I just like that look of just being filled with the makeup products. So I'm gonna add them, and also maybe add a few emojis just to add something maybe extra, if you know what I mean. And once I've done that, I will be back to show you guys how I add text. Okay, so I've got my background how I want it to be. I'm just finishing up the final emoji here. Emoji, I don't know. And then I'm going to add text. So on the left toolbar, you have the T option. So click that and then drag your mouse to open a text box. And then delete the text that comes in it and write whatever you want. So you can add your video title, or maybe like a clickbait kind of caption or whatever you want. And the font that I usually use is called Impact, and I use that in every thumbnail just so it looks homogeneous. Is that a word? I think so. And then I like to add a black border. So right click on the layer, go to blending options, and then you want to click stroke. So here you can choose the color of your border. I want to have it black, as I said before. You can choose the size and everything of the border of the text. Then I also added a drop shadow and outer glow like I did with everything else. Then on the first icon on the toolbar on the left, I click that so that I could move the text and also make it bigger, smaller, whatever. And I moved it into the middle of my thumbnail. So yeah, with Photoshop, you can really play around with everything. You can change the text, you can change the colors, you can do whatever you want to suit your own taste. And then I realized that this is the no mirror makeup challenge. So I decided to cover the mirror with an X just to emphasize the fact that it's a no mirror makeup challenge. So yeah, I'm just cutting it out and doing all the rest of the stuff that I did before, basically. And this is the final result. So to export it, go to File, Export, and then Quick Export as PNG, I think it is. And then save it onto your computer, and then it's ready to upload to YouTube when you upload a video. And basically that is it. So I hope you guys like the final result. If you guys want, as I said at the beginning, a tutorial using a free website to edit thumbnails, I can do that for you. Also, guys, I just wanted to add quickly that none of these images, except obviously the photo of me, are my own images. I did get them off Google, as you saw me doing. So I do recommend taking your own photos if possible. If not, then obviously you can go to Google. But I will link all the websites that I got these photos from down below in the description box. So if you're interested, check them out. So thank you guys for watching. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thank you guys. Bye bye.